Hi everyone, today we have an iPhone 7 Plus that has a problem. It's not charging. It shows the problem that the accessory is not supported. So I'm gonna show you the problem so you can see. Also, it has a problem that uh, drain the battery really fast, so the battery drains, and this it seems the problem with the U2 chip. I think so. Well, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that it's the U2 chip, not anything else. It's a common problem for all iPhones when it says that the accessory is not supported with any other cable, original ones or high copy ones or Chinese ones or something like that. It's the problem with the U2 chip. Also, I have tested it on the power supply and it seems that it drains the battery really fast. Now you're gonna see that. I'm gonna show you after the phone turns on. Forgot to connect the Touch ID, and for that the phone will turn on really long when the Touch ID is not connected to the phone. It has the same connector as the 3D Touch. Connect it a little bit more better. I'm gonna try again to turn it on. So you see the phone turned on, the U2 chip, the Touch ID wasn't connected really well. So I'm gonna go to the language and put it in English so you can understand what the message says. A lot of you asks me to repair their phones, thinking that I'm from America or United States. As you can see, this accessory may not be supported, so it seems like it's the U2 chip problem. And just so you know, I am not from America or USA. I am from Ukraine, and it's really hard for you to send your phones to me so I can fix them. So please don't ask me to fix your phones, because I can't. I do this repair videos, all just so you learn how to fix things for the new people that come to this kind of business, repair business and something like that. So don't ask me to fix your phones. So I'm gonna remove the board and come back to you to show you how to replace the U2 chip. So we took out the board and we are now gonna remove this cover over here so we can access the U2 chip. really carefully. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna show you where is the UT chip. It's here. I'm gonna see if I will need to remove this shield here. I think yes, I will need to. So we are gonna try to remove it really carefully. Starting, I don't know where I'm gonna start. I think here. Try like that. Okay. Really careful. Try to not damage the chips. Yes, we remove it. Gonna look under the microscope to see if everything is okay. And yes, everything looks okay. Now we can get to work. So now we are gonna remove the chip. So we'll remove the chip and move this a little bit, and we move this capacitor, and I'm gonna get it back. Okay. Now we are gonna clean the pads from the old solder. Add a little bit of flux. Add a new solder, leaded solder. It's much easier to work with the leaded solder than the lead-free solder. It doesn't take a lot of heat to apply to the board. Okay, now we are gonna clean that. That's that new solder, so the pads are clean. Або ти в тебе. Та нічого. Ну що зробимо? Okay, it's gonna be harder than I thought to clean those pads. And this thing doesn't hold the board really good, as you can see. That's much better. Clean the other side. Oh yes, it's much easier. So we cleaned it, and we are now gonna clean it from the old flux. This holder is really bad, can't hold the board still, doesn't have the places that you need. So now we are going to remove the chip from the donor board, so we can reball it and solder it on that board, the working board. Clean those pads. And reball the chip. So now we're gonna clean the chip with the alcohol. I use the chip from a donor board because I don't have a new one. I would rather recommend for you to buy a new one or order a new one. That will be a lot better than using a used one. Although it's gonna be original one because it has been taken from a donor board, not a new one that you don't know if it's original or not. So we put the holes from the stencil on the chip, as you can see. Put the paste equally so it goes equally in each pad, and clean it so it's not overfilled. Clean it again and hold it with the tweezers like that and apply the heat. As I said, apply minimum air pressure and raise the temperature like 6 or 8 or 10 degrees more than the temperature that you use to remove the chips from the board. And we are done. Reballing the chip, remove it, check it, apply a little bit more heat so every ball goes where it should be, and it's ready. Now we can solder it back. Okay. Add a little bit of flux. That's a lot. Check the right side of the chip. Goes like this. I memorized it. Okay. And solder it back. And wait for the chip to dance. The chip is dancing. Okay, that's it. It's done. Now we wait for the board to cool off and check for the board. So the board has cooled off, and I'm gonna put it back to test it to see if it's working. Now screen. Now we test it. Okay. Now we are gonna see if it's charging really good without that message that the accessory may not be supported. Open the phone, SIM card. Yes, it's charging. As you can see, now we're gonna try the other way. It's charging. I'm gonna show you. It's charging. Okay, now we are gonna wait a little bit to see if it's gonna raise the percentage of the battery. Yes, it was 26, now it's 27. You can see. So our work here is done. I'm gonna put it back together with the phone and give it back to the customer. and tell him not to use a bad USB cable, because this happens from the USB cable, bad USB cables like a Chinese one or some copy one. Actually, when you buy a phone that is expensive like the 7 Plus, you don't want to be cheap about the cables or about the chargers. I had an iPhone 6 the other day that has the problem with the YouTube chip, and the customer just told me that he was charging his phone, and the cable right here, right in this spot, started to burn, and there was a hole in this place, and it turns out that the charger itself was giving a bad output, bad 5 volts or maybe more than 5 volts. So the regulator that in the charger was bad and was giving more voltage than it should be, and it just damaged the chip that is in here, and it damaged the YouTube chip that is in the phone. So, and we told him that you should buy a good one, a good USB cable, and a good charger. So it's really important you can use an original one. I would rather recommend the original ones, even if you need an adapter to it or something like that. Just use the original cable and the original charger. Try to buy a used one. It's a lot better than buying a copy or Chinese one that is gonna damage in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you're gonna have to buy another one, and in the same time it's gonna damage your phone and the YouTube chip, and you're gonna have to go to the Apple store and they will say it's gonna cost you a lot. Then you're gonna go to a repair shop, and they are gonna just damage your phone more and more. They're gonna say it's not the YouTube chip, it's something else, and it's something else, and they are gonna give your phone back damaged more than it was when you gave them. So either you use a good charger and good cable, buy an original ones, or just be careful. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time.